কে কে আছিস? সাগর,
ইসে রেকর্ডিংটা কে হবে, তুমি করছো?
হ্যাঁ রেকর্ডিং শুরু হয়ে অটোমেটিক শুরু হবে, শুরু হয়ে যাবে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
আর
কারণ আমি তো
তপনদাকে
হ্যাঁ
একটু
বলো।
দেখিয়ে দে কি করে মিউট খুলবে আর কি করে মিউট বন্ধ করবে, ওইটা একটু দেখিয়ে দে।
জানে জানে।
ঠিক আছে, আর ওই গোল গোল করবি না, সমান রাখ গোল।
এই তো সমান ঠিক আছে তো।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, এই সাইডে কালো কালো আসছে কিসে?
ওটা ফোনের জন্য, ফোনটা হাত দিয়ে পড়ে গেছে তাই।
ও ঠিক আছে, সলিলদা আসেনি এখনো?
না, আমি লেট হচ্ছি বুঝেছো, ঢুকছি আমি কাজটা করে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
আমি
কি
মিউট
বলছিস?
করছি, মিউট করছি,
হ্যাঁ
দাঁড়াও।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, মিউট করে রাখ। কি বলছিস? মিউট আছে তো, শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
আমি তো মিউট নেই।
হ্যাঁ, এইটা এবার খুল।
বলছি এবার ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
আচ্ছা
ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক আছে তো।
এই ভাই, কি কি দেখলাম ওটা ইজেক্সিসে, কি কাজের, ওটা কি পেয়েছিস?
হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ, একটু বল
গ্রুপে,
আমাদের।
গ্রুপে বলা যাবে না, এখন রেকর্ডিং
আহ,
হচ্ছে,
ও
সবাই
হ্যাঁ,
শুনবে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে, রোববার শুনবো গিয়ে।
এগুলো তো তোমারই তো বুদ্ধি, সব কথা সবাই সামনে বলা যায় না,
হ্যাঁ,
বাকিটা ইতিহাস।
ঠিক আছে, পরে শুনবো।
হুম হুম।
মনোজিৎ,
বলো।
আছো?
হ্যাঁ আছে,
বাকিরা?
সবাই আছে।
তোমায় দেখতে পাচ্ছি না কেন? হ্যালো
আছে তো তপনদা।
ভেঙ্কটেশ, তপন,
বন্ধ করে দিয়ে গেছে, মিউট করে দিই।
Hello.
ভেঙ্কটেশ,
Yes, sir. Can you hear
good
me?
yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Is my
Manojit,
voice clear?
you're absolutely actor's voice
Oh, okay, okay.
and looking nice. The green, what
Thank
is
you.
the weather? What is the weather?
weather is okay. It's nice. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it is very hot. Kind of, it is okay now.
Just like Bengal.
Yes, yes. But little cooler than Bengal, I think.
You people are always cool, not like Bengali. Manojit,
হ্যাঁ বলো।
Venkatesh ji's voice is clear.
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে একদম।
Good.
অল ডান। গুড।
Thank you. Hey, Venkatesh ji,
Yes.
I'm saying you Venkatesh, not G. So you are
No,
not 2G, 3G, 4G or 5G. No, previous was good. তাই না মনোজিৎ?
এটা ভালো ছিল।
ভেঙ্কটেশ,
তখন তো মিউটটা গিয়ে করো।
ভেঙ্কটেশ,
তখন মিউটটা করে দে।
ঠিক আছে মনোজিৎ,
একদম একদম।
আর কে আছে মনোজিৎ আমাদের সঙ্গে?
জয়েন হচ্ছে এখনো অনেকে।
করতে দাও
আচ্ছা,
সবাইকে।
5 মিনিট আছে, 5 মিনিট পরে শুরু করো।
হ্যাঁ, তো ততক্ষণে ভেঙ্কটেশ এবং তপনের একটু ইন্ট্রোডিউস করিয়ে দিই। তুমি ভেঙ্কটেশকে বলো। ভেঙ্কটেশ, আর ইউ হিয়ারিং মি?
yes, yes. Actually, I am taking the call from phone, so I put the phone in airplane mode.
Oh, but
Yes,
You're-
but I have the connection is on through Wi-Fi, so it is okay.
okay. Are you listening me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So I'm introducing you to Topon. Topon.
হ্যাঁ বলো। হ্যালো,
Hello, hello, hello.
He is
Mr.
Hi.
our Venkatesh Prasad. So
Hi.
he is also great
Namaste.
actor. Here also. So today evening is really I'm lucky that 2 actors is I just going to conversation with them. This film is very good.
This is better.
Absolutely. Better, absolutely.
Okay.
Now everything is 9:16. The CinemaScope frame.
Yes.
You are also film actor. Topon
You
হ্যাঁ বলো।
is also film actor. Lot of film acting he did. So and Venkatesh.
yes,
Venkat-
yes, sir.
Yeah, you please describe your every work with Sattu, with the film, the theater, your experience, everything. Yeah, very casually. Just
Okay,
like
okay.
one adda in our
Yes, yes,
Hindi or Bengali.
yes, yes.
Can you Hindi?
Hindi I can understand. I can speak a little bit, but I'm not very fluent in Hindi.
Not necessary. You will say to English, but Topon will say in Hindi.
No problem. I understand Hindi.
Oh, that's good.
না এসে তোমার শরীরলা, তুমি বিষয়টাকে শুরু করে দাও, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা,
হ্যালো,
আমি শুরু করব?
হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যাঁ, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই।
তুমি হিন্দিতে একটু কিছু বলো রে ভাই, তুমি উদ্যোক্তা, তুমি উদ্গাতা।
আমরা কি শুরু করছি মনোজিৎ? হ্যালো মনোজিৎ।
হ্যাঁ শুরু করে দাও, 8টা বাজে শুরু করে দাও।
দাও তপন।
नमस्ते मेघदा, नमस्ते सबका जो भी है हम लोग के साथ, सबके खरदा थिएटर जोन की तरफ से प्रणाम एंड धन्यवाद सबको करता हूँ। कुछ दिनों से हम लोगों ने ये ऑनलाइन सेमिनार स्टार्टिंग किया है। बहुत सारे कलाकार था, डायरेक्टर था, एक्टर था हम लोगों के साथ। आज दादा भी है हम लोगों के साथ। ये खरदा थिएटर जोन का बहुत बहुत सौभाग्य है कि दादा को मिला है, हम लोग को इतना टाइम दिया है दादा ने। तो मैं कहूँगा कि दादा का जो थिएटर का जो जर्नी है, फिल्म का जो एक्सपीरियंस है, एक्टिंग का जो एक्सपीरियंस है, वो हम लोग को साथ थोड़ा सा अगर शेयर करेंगे तो हम लोग को भी थोड़ा नॉलेज बढ़ेगा। और सोलिंदा हम लोग के साथ है। सोलिंदा हमारा गुरु जैसा है। पूरा प्रोग्राम जो है ये सोलिंदा ही कर रहा है पूरा। और जो ये जो फोटो सीनरी है, एग्जीबिशन जो है, वीडियो जो है, ये पूरा सब हमारा ग्रुप का सीनियर मेंबर मनोजीत कर रहा है। मैं और कुछ नहीं वो कहूंगा क्योंकि आपके बात सुनने के लिए हम लोग बहुत बेचैन है। सलीला शुरू कर दो तुम।
Okay. Good evening. Namaskar. Namaste. Today evening, our title is The Quest for Other Theatre, as it is, like previous conversation. But our guest is Venkatesh Prasad from Bangalore. Venkatesh Prasad is an actor, director, theatre activist, good organizer. He did lot of theatre production as an actor, as a director. He did lot of workshop, organized, and also participated with the workshop in India and also abroad. He will say his experience. Most important thing also, our Sathu and others, they're very close to our Venkatesh Prasad, and he is the member of Rang Sankara, you know very well. More than 6 years, 16 years, he is doing work. He is also involved with Samudaya. You know, our IPT movement and others, they are still going on with Samudaya. So today evening, we want to listen his experience, his work. After that, we will discuss about present crisis, present situation, and the future plan from Venkatesh Prasad. Venkatesh Prasad, please.
Namaste, sir. Good evening.
नमस्ते।
Good evening to all of you. Namaskar to all of you. Thank you so much for having me invited to this show. And I'm very happy to be part of this program and also share my whatever experience I have in theatre. My name is Venkatesh Prasad. As Sarkarji introduced me, I am a theatre practitioner from Bangalore. I've been doing theatre for last around 17 years. So initially I was working in some theatre groups in Bangalore in 2002 and 3. 2004, I started my work with theatre organization called Samudaya. Samudaya is a statewide organization of Karnataka, and it was started in 1975, led by Mr. Prasanna. I think all of you know his name.
Yes.
So he started the movement. So Samudaya has started as a theatre organization, and it has its units all over Karnataka. It is a statewide organization, and basically it is an ideology-based theater, I would say, or you can say it is an activist theater group of Karnataka. So the reason why I'm telling it is an activist theater group, the principle of Samudaya says art is not just for the sake of art. Art is for the people and for the society. So theater is a medium where you can engage with people. We can discuss about the problems of the society, and also maybe we work as a catalyst to a change in the society. So Samudaya believes in that ideology, and I think it also laid the foundation for my ideology also, because I also firmly believe today that theater or any art cannot be just for the sake of art. It has to have some amount of social value or some amount of social consciences, and some amount of belonging to the society and talking about the society. So 2004, I started with Samudaya, and my first play was Kuri. In Hindi, it was called Bakri, and it was directed by M.S. Satyu. So I can say my first director in mainstream theater is M.S. Satyu. Sir, can you hear me?
1 minute. Yeah, absolutely. 1 minute, Venkatesh. The Bakri by Sarbasaldar Saxena.
Yes.
I translated in Hindi in the 1982.
Oh, very nice.
From Hindi to original Hindi to Bengali.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
great. Sarbasaldar Saxena is a great poet and dramatist.
yes.
Oh, so we are
So,
very close.
yes,
Okay.
you can say that. Okay, so the first play was Kuri, the Bakri, and it was directed by Sri M.S. Satyu. It was already, that play was already done around 30 years ago, but in 2004, Samudaya revived that play and redesigned it, and Satyu himself came and did the work. He worked with us. So in a way, I can say Satyu is my first director in mainstream theater. So from 2004, I have been working regularly with Samudaya, and I had the chance to work with big personalities like M.S. Satyu and also Prakash Belavadi and Shripad Bhatt and Sam Kutti Pattamkari from Kerala. And
Abhijit Majumdar.
Yes, Abhishek Majumdar, I worked with him after I started working with Rangashankara. That was in 2014. So initial first, after 2004 when I started this, it was primarily into Samudaya, and we did lot of plays. I also did lot of street plays because Samudaya is an activist theater group. We were very active in the street play scenario. So we did lot of street plays. One of the street plays I want to say is Badal Sarkar. I don't know what is the name in Bengali. In procession, what do you call in Bengali?
Michil.
Yes, Michil. Yes, right. So we did several shows of that also. And 2014, I was working with Rangashankara on and off, but 2014 I associated with Rangashankara as a part of their group, their production, and they also 2016 they started their repertory. I was also part of it, and I was in charge of it. And after 2014, I started working for Rangashankara as a production manager or as an actor, as an assistant director, or in any capacity, or technical or backstage head. All of Rangashankara's annual festivals or AHA International Theatre Festival, I was the technical head of technical and backstage head of all these festivals for several years. And this was also the time when I got to work with Abhishek Majumdar we did a play called Dvipa. Dvipa means island. So we did several shows across Karnataka. And I also got to work with Mr. Mohit Takalkar. Mohit Takalkar directed a play for us. I acted in it, and I was the assistant director for that play. So with Samudaya and with Rangashankara, I have been doing theater kind of non-stop, I can say. But at the same time, I was from software background. I was a software engineer, and I also yes. So I was working in a software company when I joined Samudaya, and then after a few years, I also had a small company of my own. But I was working more into theater. I was spending a lot of time, and I also got associated with Rangashankara. All that, after all that, what happened was I realized my passion and my heart is in theater. That is when I quit software totally for last several years, and I have taken theater as my full-time work for last several years. I also got an opportunity to attend a lot of workshops conducted by Samudaya, conducted by Rangashankara. I also did a workshop called SMART, that is strategic management in the art of theater. It was conceptualized and headed by India Theatre Forum. I hear some disturbance. Can you hear me?
Monojit, please carry on.
Okay.
মনোজিৎ
হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ, তুমি অন্যগুলোকে একটু আমার আর এটা ছাড়া একটু মিউট করে দাও প্লিজ।
হ্যাঁ মিউট আছে, সবারটাই মিউটেড।
না আমি কয়েকটা শুনতে পাচ্ছিলাম, ওর ডিস্টারবেন্স হচ্ছে। ও প্লিজ ব্যাংক
Okay. Yes.
প্লিজ কন্টিনিউ প্লিজ।
Yes. So I did that program called SMART. As I said, it is a program.
Now, one minute, Venkatesh ji, 1
Yes.
minute. So your academic career is as a software engineer.
Yes.
So it is absolutely technical thing.
Yes.
You are not from any academic institution of theater and others.
No. So that is what I wanted to tell you. I am not from any institution from acting or the directing. A lot of my work has been through my practice and through a lot of workshops and through a lot of programs, and also through working with several big directors. So academically, I am not from any acting institution or any directing institution.
Okay, but my second humble asking to you, why from the good career in your age,
Yes.
why you are coming to theater? Every people say it is good for nothing. Why? In what purpose? For the political purpose, or for the art, or this medium is very strong, very good, like that? So please say.
I think the question is right. Of course, it was a very good career I had in software industry. I also had a small company of my own. But when I was working in theater, when I was acting, when I was directing, or when I was writing, and also maybe from the foundation what I got from Samudaya, I realized that my heart, my passion is theater. So if I continue to do my job and theater together, I may not be doing justice to either of them. So then I quit software and started theater as a full-time activity. So some people say it was not a very wise decision, but I am happy with what I am doing. Sometimes, the only issue I can say, financially I was more better when I was doing software, but otherwise I'm more happy now doing theater. So that's why I think I have made a right decision for myself. Okay. Yes.
And
Yes.
if you now say something about our great MS Sattu. Sattu is very popular in Bengal. in Bengali theater, Bengali production, lot of production in Bengali stage, the national festival, drama festival, tourism festival. So, and his translation, lot of translation from original to Hindi and English. And so, what is your experience with MS Sathu?
As I said, my first mainstream production in theater was from Satyu.
And you told me that is the Bakri.
Bakri, yes,
Kuri. Kuri is absolutely, as per my vision, it's absolutely out and out political banter,
yes, 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 yes,
satire, with song, with Gandhi, is a
yes.
fully Gandhi. So you please in briefly you say about Bakri and the production style and design, like.
Okay. See, that was, as I said, it was my first production. I was very new to theater, and I was very new to someone like MS Satyu. And to be very honest, I did not really know at that time. I was working with such a great personality. Because that time I used to work and I used to come in the evening for rehearsals. And I used to directly come from a corporate job with corporate attire. And I used to directly join into rehearsals. And to be honest, that time, I don't think I really realized what is the value of the play. Also, I did not realize what Mr. Satyu is. But throughout the phase of that play, I started to realize such a great personality Mr. Satyu is. Satyu was already around 75. It was like 16 years ago. So he was close to 80 already, around 75 years. But you can say how much effort or how much energy he had in him. Of course, even today, the detailing work he had for everything, and also bring out the satirical qualities of the play. And he has a very good sense of humor. So he will improvise a scene in very, that time when there is a dialogue when I think we have to get some orders or something like that. So Satyu sir said, "Upar dekho," or say from High Command. So in a one dialogue, he just got the High Command culture into one play. Then he was so spontaneous with his sense of humor, with his wit, and also with his working style. And the important quality of Mr. Satyu is, even though he is such an experienced and a big personality, he would work with youngsters like me, like with so much of love, so much of respect, and so much of affection. He would call us home he would cook the food, and he will offer us dinner. And we started bonding very well those days. And after Kuri, we did several shows of Kuri across Karnataka. And I also got to work with Satyu on various capacities.
One popular song in Bakri, in Kuri, in Hindi original, "Kaise bani silori bina chutney kaise bani."
Okay.
Now it is very popular Hindi song, but that time I was surprised with this song. Yeah.
Yes.
Between two things, like Bratwin-based process, but Saxena was absolutely Indian playwright.
Yes. So during the rehearsals, what happened? I want to share another experience. What
please.
happened? So there was a public program where Mr. Satyu was addressing, and like he was talking something, and suddenly there was a controversy. Next day, newspapers, highlighted that part, and a lot of other activists, Kannada activists, all of them started doing a strike in front of Ravindra Kalakshetra, and they said we will stop this play, we will not let this play happen. And there was a big police security. And I was new to the play, I was new to an organization, I was really new to theater. So I was really wondering what is happening. And surprisingly, it was me who was taking Satyu after the rehearsals to his home. And next day I will go and pick him, and then I will come along with him and make sure that the rehearsals happen. And Satyu said at whatever cost, we will do the production. And Samudaya also said at no point we will stop this production, and we will do the show. So, and the show happened, and it was a big success. A lot of people watched it. Though it was an old play revived, but still it was a new play for that generation. And we did several shows across Karnataka. And after that, I've been very close friend of Mr. Satyu. I have worked with him on several plays. For Samudaya, after I think 2012, he also directed another play. I also acted in that. I also took care of the. I also took care of the production, and so even just before this COVID happened, January, February, we did a production from Rangashankara that was Boiled Beans on Toast, Girish Karnad's play. We did in Kannada, and Mr. Satyu designed the sets for it. So again, I worked with him. So for several years, I have worked with him. This particular play, Boiled Beans on Toast, he did the set designing, and he was close to 90 years now. And even then, I can see the same amount of energy, same amount of commitment, and the same amount of love and affection for youngsters. And at the same time, he makes sure that nothing is compromised. So whatever design, whatever he has worked on, he meticulously works on everything. Starting from the floor plan, he will make a sketch of its own, and he will bring it to the director and the direction team before we start the rehearsal. And it is very amazing to see that at this age, with his experience, he is really, he comes and chooses what kind of the texture the platform should have, what kind of color the backdrop should have. He will personally come and sit while the carpenter is doing the work. He will come and personally sit while the artists are painting the backdrop. So he will make sure that the color, the texture, the dimension, everything is 100%, and there is no compromise on that. So these are the big qualities which I have learned from Mr. Satyu.
A total production designing. Production designing. So, and you are like that. You do the backstage work, acting, direction, script, and also now you are translating all these things. And what is your experience with Prasanna ji?
Yes. So as I said, Samudaya was initially started by Prasanna. But what happened was, by the time I came into Samudaya, Prasanna was already into different things. He has taken a step out of Samudaya, and then he was doing Desi movement, and he moved to a remote place in Karnataka, and he set up his own handloom activism. He set up his own handloom agency, and also he started producing work from there. And when I became the secretary of Samudaya, as I said, Samudaya is an organization. It has the governing body. We have a committee in place. We have a secretary. We have a president, and there are executive members. So I also worked as a secretary for Samudaya. So during that time, I spoke to Mr. Prasanna, and then I asked him to do some workshops for our theater actors, and he happily came and did the workshop. And I have worked with him on several workshops, but I could not directly work with him on a play because for last 20 years, except one or two, he has not really worked on producing or the directing a play because his movement has been on a different side from Samudaya.
But what type
So-
of workshop, Venkatesh ji? What type of workshop you did? Badulda, in his time, he did lot of workshop. So those who are involved with these workshops, they are mesmerized.
Yes.
They, when we are asking them, oh, that's a great experience like that. So your experience with Prasanna, and
Yes.
please clarify the process, the method.
Hmm.
Is it from
Mr. Prasanna has written. He's a very good trainer. He has though after passing out of NSD, he was also a teacher at NSD. And Mr. Prasanna is really a good trainer, I would say. So when he took the workshop, he has written a book on acting, Natanaya Patagadu. It is called in Kannada, and it has been translated into English also. Indian acting method, it is called, I think. Yes. Yes. So some of the very important qualities which I learned from Prasanna is while you're acting, do one thing at a time. That was basically coined by Prasanna, and I still follow it. You cannot do multiple things, but do one after the other. And very minute details of acting, which he taught in our workshop, has been our foundation for our further acting projects. So in that way, I was very, very the Prasanna's work has influenced me, and also his acting technique has helped me grow as an actor.
it is the physical acting or
Yes.
psychological acting?
See, Mr. Prasanna, I think I have seen his interviews. He is also very much, or in the sense, he's influenced by Mr. Badal Sarkar's physical acting.
Okay.
So Prasanna also suggests that use your body, use your emotion, and don't depend too much on the technical aspects of the production. And through the years, though he's a very, very good set designer, he's a director, he's a writer, he's an activist, but he's also a very good designer. So some of the plays which he had done for Samudaya were known for their design qualities also. But
any social game in the workshop, or any field work?
Field work, we will not from Prasanna's workshop, but we would do for our plays of Samudaya, because Samudaya is an activist theatre. So we were not just doing plays. We were conducting seminars. We would invite some well-known dignitaries to come and talk about a lot of issues. We also would do a book release, or we will also do a poetry reading, or also we will involve ourselves in any kind of activism which at that point was found relevant or which was required. So we would, and even for a play, we would go and meet. Suppose if you are doing a play about some aspect of the society, we would go and meet those people, and then we will take their inputs. This also helped in my directorial play. I did in 2016. I directed a play called Vandu Pritiya Kate. that was from Marathi. Vijay Tendulkar wrote Mitrachi Ghost. I think you might have heard of it. So
Yeah.
I directed that play, and it was a play about homosexuality, a woman's homosexuality. It is probably, I think, the first play in Kannada to talk about a lesbian issue. So when I was directing the play, I also did some research on the subject, and also I spoke with people from that community, LGBT community. And when I translated the play, I presented it to the people from the community to take their inputs, because I think it is very important, because from our side, we can write and direct and do whatever we want, but it is also important to understand the values or the views from the community. So that was the process which I got into when I was doing my play. So, working with several productions, working with several plays, working with several directors, and also 2015, we started me and my friends, we started our own theater company called Bangalore Theatre Collective. And 2015 we started, and I directed the first play, Cherry Orchard, Anton Chekhov.
Anton Chekhov, yeah.
Chekhov's
And,
Cherry Orchard.
Venkatesh ji, in Bengal, by Ajitesh Bandyopadhyay, it's very popular, the Cherry Orchard, in Bengali name, Manjori Amer Manjori.
I see.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very big production in Bengali. And the great Ajitesh Bandyopadhyay and Rudra Prasad Sengupta, K.A. Chakraborty, all are involved with this production. It's a Nandikar production.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please. And,
Okay.
Also in Bengal, in Bengali theatre, Anton Chekhov is very close, very popular with his subject, with his play. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Continue.
Yes. So I translated that play to Kannada, and I directed that play. So we called it as Cherry Tota, that is Cherry Orchard in Kannada, and that was our first production. And then we did around 25 shows all over Karnataka, and then it got very good reviews also. And then we did another production for our company from Mr. Prakash Bedawadi. He directed Sean Henry's Beckett. It's a French play which was translated to Kannada, and then we did several shows of that. And then we did this Vandu Prijaya Kate, that Vijay Tendulkar Mitrachi Ghost, a French story in English. So that also I translated and I directed in Kannada. That also we did around 26, 27 shows, and we were doing till before this COVID happened. And once this thing clears, maybe we will do some more shows of it, and we'll also planning to do some new productions from our company.
Venkatesh ji, you did one play, Gora, of Rabindranath Tagore, and you came our Santiniketan. That time I was there.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
you the Gora, in the name of Gora.
You have watched that show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And why Gora? Why Gora?
Gora is a very good play for you all know it, and Prakash Bedawadi wanted to do direct. It was for a group called Abhinaya Taranga in Bangalore.
Now I am asking you. The Gora is basically the novel, Bengali Tagore's novel, Rabindranath Tagore's novel. But who dramatized it? Who dramatized it?
Prakash Bedawadi.
Acha.
Yes.
And you were the director.
No, no, no. I was an actor. I was
Oh,
I was
yes,
I was
yes.
Gora. Yes,
Ah,
yes,
yeah, that I know. Yeah.
yes, yes. I
So,
acted as Gora, and Mr. Prakash Bedwadi directed. That was a very good experience, I would say, to come to Kolkata and do a show in Shantiniketan and do
yeah.
a original Bengali play, but in Kannada, and
Uh,
still people really liked it, and there was a standing ovation after the show. So it was very heartwarming,
mhm,
and it was a beautiful moment for all of us. Yes,
Yeah, absolutely. In Vishwabharati campus. You did
yes,
it
yes,
in our Shantiniketan campus. Yes.
yes,
And
yes. That was in
so,
2013.
yeah, yeah. Uh, 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 Next thing I want to know from you, as a director, what is your process? What is your method of direction?
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, yes. Uh, Basically, I would want to say a director. Uh, See, we have. I mean, we have seen in the past in Karnataka and also in several, especially in Indian theater scenario, where director is considered as the god. He is the supreme authority in the in a production.
mm,
And because of several directors I worked with, because of my prior experience, I think when I started directing, I was very clear on that aspect that director is not a supreme god in a production, but director is the one, as the name suggests, he will give a direction to the uh, whole process, whole production. And director has to, I would say, a director has to collaborate with actors. He has to collaborate with technicians. He has to collaborate with various departments, whether it's the production manager, costume designer, or the set designer, or the lighting designer, or the actors, or the assistant director. So I think it is very important for the director to know that he is collaborating with a lot of people to create a piece of art. And though I agree that the director may initiate an idea to do a production, but it is very important that he cannot do, or a director cannot do a piece of production without the actors or without the technicians. So it's very important to for the director to understand that he collaborates with all these people and brings the best out of it. So when I collaborate with actors, uh, this is also a learning process. When I did initially Cherry Orchard in 2015,
mm,
I was really doing the entire blocking on my own. In the sense, I would tell the actors where to sit and where to stand. That has been very kind of a conventional directing in for several years. But later I realized it is not really important that the director has to say that. Director has to show the actors how to act, or director has to say, give each instruction to the actor. What I would do is we discuss a lot with the actor about the play and also about a particular scene, and we will do some improvisation exercise to create that ambience of that particular or that context. And then I let the actor to come up with their own piece. How do they dramatize that particular scene? And then I watch, and then I will make corrections, because I also from the audience perspective, or from sitting from, I mean, from the outside, I want to see how visually the scene is built, how the essence of the scene has been got into that particular scene. But I don't want to really instruct the actors do this or do that. But I want, after the improvisation exercise, it should, I think it will come naturally or spontaneously by the actors. I think that will add more value to the production, more value to the scene than director giving specific instructions. I'm not saying director should not give instructions. Director has to give instructions, has to keep, he has to make sure that the overall process is going towards the right direction. but it is also important that he lets the actors to come up with their own interpretation of the scene. He lets the lighting designer to come up with his own interpretation, and he lets the costume designer, he lets the stage designer to come up with their interpretation and their ideas, and then we sit, discuss, and then we come up with something which works for everyone and which is in the best interest of the play, which, you know, the politics of the play, the ideology of the play, or the essence of the play is conveyed through all these departments. But director, I think it is important, like it is my personal idea that it is important for a director to collaborate with all these departments and make sure the best work is, you know, taken as an output. Sir, I cannot hear you. I think you are muted.
Yeah, now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Yeah. So, as a director, now a few days, that is 10 to 20 years, the new trend is in production. We have seen that type of production, Jasma Udan, Gasiram Kotwal, like Jabbar Patels and Shanta Gandhi and others. So a lot of musical, some acrobat songs. Sometimes we think it is unnecessary. Sorry to say.
Yes.
But in our Bengali production, that time was very political, direct, trying to communicate with the spectator. Though it is proscenium, but in Badal Sarkar's theatre, directly the actor, actress, and the viewers, the spectators, interaction.
Yes.
But after Nandikar Festival, National Drama Festival, and also in Siram Center Art and Culture, we went there, we did a lot of production there. So the trend is some folk songs, some instruments, some dhamaka, some carnival like. Sometimes people are saying it is like circus. So what is your trend in, and also in Kannada theatre production, please?
Yes. Since because of my experience with Samudaya and also my association with Rangashankara and also my own company, throughout my years of experience, I have realized one thing, that of course there are many productions where I am not against a very musical performance or a performance which uses the aesthetics of a folk song or a folk dance. I'm not against it, but I also want to make sure whether it is really required or how it is blended with your play. So that is my consciousness about doing theatre. There have been several productions in Karnataka also, in Kannada also, where, you know, our form Yakshagana is used many times, or some folk music, or some extravaganza, or some lot of music. So sometimes I also feel it is not really kind of required. So I think before using any other aesthetic form, in any other form, it is always important to ask yourself the question, why I am using this, or why it is. I'm not saying using itself is a very wrong term. You should not say, Andre, like one cannot say that I am using Yakshagana or I am using folk. See, you can try and explore the aesthetics of Yakshagana through your production. You cannot say I am using a bit. So then it becomes using something from there, something from here, and then add some music and make a visual spectacle of it. So I'm not really for it. My theatre is not that, and I'm not really happy watching such theatre also.
So it's not like that. Some Yakshagana, some Tamasa, some Nautanki, some Nikkad, some Jatra, some Kathakali.
Yes.
It's not like so. You are saying that the text is the main thing, and then the production design.
Y- Yes. 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 Yes.
And
That. Yes. The, see, now we are also seeing devised theater. Lot of performances have been happening where there is no really text to begin with. You start with a concept. I have not really worked on such devised theater performances. I have worked as a handling the production, but not as an actor or as a director. But I like plays which are based out of text. I really like them because once you have the text, there is a foundation for the play, and then from the text you decide what kind of form you can form or style you can use for that production. I think the style is informed by the text, and also it's a director's artistic choice. And then uh, you see how the process begins and how organically it can have something for it. But you cannot say that, I have doing this production, and in this scene I will bring one Yakshagana as an entertainment or as a visual spectacle. I think that is problematic because I don't think it is really the right way to do it.
so, what is organic theater in your experience?
See,
Now, this word is lot of people are saying organic theater, like that. So, if you
no,
please,
I'm not saying in that sense what organic theater is, but what I'm saying is everything should evolve organically. Everything should evolve naturally, whether it is the from the acting from the actor or from the design. You from the text you have when you build the process, then things start evolving organically. Then you start consuming them, and then you start blending with your theater. So everything should evolve organically. That is what I meant.
do you believe in trained actor?
Sorry,
Or
even I'll give you one particular example.
yeah,
I'm not talking about the design part, but even handling this Mitrachi Ghost, this play,
ah,
Vijay Tendulkar's play when
yeah,
we did in Kannada. See,
mm,
we had a lot of discussion because at the end, the protagonist, the main lead of the play, she actually dies in the play uh, at the end. So we wanted to see uh, like we can uh, we can either give an open ending where audience don't know whether she really died or she went somewhere, or whether give an ending that she was happy in the society, or we will stick to what was in the text that she died. We for several days in the rehearsals we were continuously discussing about it. The main idea what we had was the text says she dies, and we show it as it is. Does it have some amount of negative impact on the audience, or a statement that she as a lesbian woman, homosexual woman, she had to end her life? So is the play suggesting that that is what the end is, or that is what the that is what how it should be? So we had to be very careful in making those decisions. And we discussed with several people, and even some people from community said that please give us a happy ending. Don't give this ending because it is very disheartening, very discouraging, and it is very sad. But during our discussions, during our play, we realized that the play is written, structured in such a way that if we don't if you do any other ending than what is written it will not sound, it will not look organic, it will not look natural. Natural in the sense, the play has been written, structured in such a way that uh, 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 we making such a strong intervention and making a different ending would really hurt or would really impact the overall play. So we decided to keep it as it is. So unfortunately, it is very unfortunate that she dies. But what we did was, it is very important to let the audience know that they are also responsible for this. In the sense, it's making people realize that a happy woman, very lively college girl, when she cannot face the society just because her sexual orientation is different from majority, she had to end her life. So in a way, we are all responsible for this. So that was our note, because that was our way of doing that. But we didn't change the ending. If we had changed it, it wouldn't have looked organic, or it wouldn't have looked natural for that play. So this is one of the examples I was telling, how things can evolve out of its own, how it can evolve organically or naturally, and then you consume it and make a part of your process, rather than taking from outside and trying to plug it into your piece, like a musical piece, or a Yakshagana form, or some design which is, if it is not required at all in the play, which is nowhere relevant to the play, then why to do all that exercise, is my understanding.
That's very great. And another thing, as a director, you believe in text, or no, text is one, like a pot, like a structure. I believe in my own design, directorial design with song, music. Some people say no. And basically for the political based theater, the text is most important. If you collect one text from any playwright, so it is your responsibility to believe in from word to word, from scene to scene, and after that you can reject it or accept it. As well as you are playwright, you are also director and actor. Then what is your process?
Okay. I also believe text is very important. I also believe as a director, my work will be constructed upon the text, not by my design, which is nowhere related to the text. And also, it is very important to know, I mean, especially if you take plays from great playwrights, it is very important to understand each line of the text, what is the politics behind the text, and I think that will inform us in a lot of ways about the overall construction of the play. I simply don't want to reject a line without a reason, or when I'm doing the editing, I simply don't want to edit a line out because the play is becoming lengthy. So let us cut some scenes there, some scenes here. I cannot do that. And it is also important that we give respect to each word which has been written by the playwright, because there is definitely a lot of process would have gone through the playwright's mind when he or she wrote a text. So it is very important to look at that work very seriously and with a lot of respect. I think that is very important. But having said that, it is also important to know how you can edit your text. For example, when we did Tughlaq from Samudaya, Mr. Sam Kutty Pattamkari directed that play, and I acted as Tughlaq. So we did several shows. We did shows in Barangam also, so which was a very popular production. So when we did the Tughlaq, our director's conscious decision was to see the play as a political game. So his window to the play was a political game. So he edited out certain dialogues from the Tughlaq, which was really good. Actually, a lot of powerful dialogue. Some of them he edited out. So initially, we were little apprehensive about it. We were not very sure why he wants to do that. But when you see the overall, the way how he is seeing Tughlaq as, I think at the end it made really sense. So it is very important that if you are doing some editing of the text, to make sure that the idea behind the text is protected, and your ideology of looking at the play is also in the right direction. You cannot just edit out something because you don't like it, or you cannot add something. That is also, I've seen some people doing it in a place when directors, actors, they just add something just to give some entertainment, or just to give some punchline, or just to highlight certain thing. I think we have to be very careful about it. I'm not really for it.
Absolutely. One thing I admit to you, as in Bakri, Kuri, if you edit all the songs,
Yes,
only the dialogues,
yes,
then it is absolutely the egg soup without egg, like that.
yes, yes, yes.
So without in that production, that take, song is most important. Like
Yes.
Bathroom based production.
Correct, correct.
One thing in many people doing the Caucasian chalk circle,
Hmm.
best Caucasian chalk circle, the first intro is most important. After
Yes.
Second World War, who is the owner of the land?
Hmm. Yes,
That debate, that conversation. But most
Yes.
of the people edit it. They started the story.
yes.
So, what is your opinion about it?
Yeah, like as I said, I think for the director, it is very important to know about the, let's say you take a play from a particular playwright. It is also important to know what kind of plays the playwright has written. It is also important to know in what social context this play has been written.
Yes.
And also it is important to know for the director whether he relates to that context, or whether he relates to that ideology, or whether he can relate to that social context. And then you will have to understand that play very well to do it. So it is very important for the director to know about history. It is very important for the director to know about what is happening outside his world. So if you are socially conscious about your world, if you are politically conscious about your world, then I think it adds a lot of value for a director to understand what the play is talking about, and what is the real politics behind that play. I think that is very important for the playwright for the director to understand that. So that will definitely show in that work if the director, he or she, understands it.
In the same context, Venkataji, I want to ask you, as a translator,
Yes.
so when you are from one original text to another language, like Kannada to Hindi or English to Kannada, now you are doing one work with Mr. Sathu and you. So as a translator, so what is your experience? That is transcreation, adaptation, or translation. What type of thing you like, or
Yes.
you are doing in your recent process?
Yes. I think it is very important for any translator. If you take an original play and set it into your social context, it is very important for the translator to make sure that there is some amount of relevance of that play into this particular time when you are doing it, and also the place where you are placing that play. For example, when I did Cherry Orchard, lot of people suggested that I should adopt that play as an estate owner in somewhere in Karnataka, so the people will relate to it. So I had a problem with that, because the political scenario of Russia when Chekhov wrote that play, although it is yes at that time.
The bourgeoisie is coming
Yeah.
from feudal system, Tsarist Russia to new
Yes.
wave is coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after all that industrial revolution, and after the serfdom was, they removed the serfdom law, and people were getting more jobs. People were living out of the villages or out of these the lands they were associated with as serfs, and they were able to do better jobs. And it was a very welcoming move, and it was very liberating for the serfs. But though I liked the play very much, I liked the play because it was kind of relevant for us also, because we say we have come out of feudal system, but still I know that there is feudal system in a lot of places, and we are trying to be a socialistic country, but we are also becoming a capitalistic country. So there are a lot of things which are relevant for us. But at the same time, I was not very sure if I should adopt it into an estate in Karnataka. Then I thought it would take away a lot of essence of the original script. It would take away a lot of politics of the original script. So it was very challenging for me to translate. So what I did was I set it in Russia in that time, but I used certain methodology, in the sense I used certain ways where the context is kind of relatable to present day audience. So at the same time, when I did Vandu Preetiya Kathe, that Vijay Tendulkar's play, it was set in kind of 1960s. But when we did this play in 2017, we realized that it is exactly the same scenario like how he has written in the play. He wrote the play in 1982, but the play was set in 60s. But we are doing in 2017. But we realized that not much has changed in Indian society about our taboo about homosexuality, about the way we see LGBT community. So we set it into modern 2018, 2017. We set it in Mysore, a place near Bangalore. So it really worked. So I think that choice a translator has to make from play to play. But I would say it is very important that that play is relevant today and how it connects to today's audience. That is when the strength of the play comes in. So I think it is very important job for translator to make sure that it resonates with today's audience. It connects with today's audience.
Thank you. 1 minute. Monojit acho? Hello. Monojit বা তপন বা মনোজিৎ কেউ আছো? 1 minute, Venkatesji.
No problem.
Yeah, no, I am asking any question from any person or not?
Okay, okay.
Shagor. Okay, we can continue it. So the next part is hello Manojit.
I
Okay.
think he is not there in the call.
Yeah,
শৈলেন্দা
হ্যাঁ তপন,
শুনতে পাচ্ছ?
হ্যাঁ আমি শুনতে পাচ্ছি। আমি জানতে চাইছি যে তোমাদের থেকে কোনো কোশ্চেন আছে কিনা টু ভেঙ্কটেশ
হ্যাঁ,
প্রসাদ।
মানে
Yeah.
সেটা সেটা নিশ্চয়ই আমরা করব। বাইরে যারা আছে তারা কি করতে চাইছে প্রশ্ন, সেটা
সেটা
একবার
মনোজিৎকে আমি জানতে
হ্যাঁ,
চাইছি। আমার
কেউ তো প্রশ্ন লেখেনি, তারা তারা করছে, হয়তো ভাবছে। আমি দেখে
আচ্ছা,
নিচ্ছি, হলে আমি
হ্যাঁ
বলে দিচ্ছি।
ঠিক আছে। তপন তুমি কিছু বলো।
আমি
তপন
একটু এসে বলি, তুমি করো, আমি আরেকটা প্রশ্ন করছি, তুমি একটু ওর সাথে একটু কথা বলো। আচ্ছা, ওরা ওরা
হ্যাঁ
ও ভেঙ্কটেশ কি ওখানে যেখানে থিয়েটারটা করছে আর কি,
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
সেখানে
বাঙ্গালোরে।
কি বাচ্চা, হ্যাঁ ব্যাঙ্গালোরে কি চিলড্রেনদের নিয়ে কিছু করছে, চিলড্রেনদের নিয়ে কিছু ভাবছে,
মানে
বাচ্চাদের নিয়ে?
সব রকম বাচ্চা মানে
না, চিলড্রেন।
আচ্ছা ওকে ওকে।
তো এবার আমি বলছি, আমরা ধরো মনে করো যে স্কুলের বাচ্চাদের নিয়ে কাজ করছি বা পথ শিশুদের নিয়ে কাজ করছি, হ্যাঁ, সেইভাবে কি ব্যাঙ্গালোর এইভাবে কাজকর্ম করছেন? ধরো আমরা গ্রামে গিয়ে গ্রামের মহিলাদের সঙ্গে কাজ করছি, হ্যাঁ, না শুধু মেন স্ট্রিম থিয়েটারটা নিয়েই তারা শুধু ভাবনা চিন্তা করে, মেন স্ট্রিম থিয়েটারটাই শুধু মঞ্চে করে, এবং আদার্স আর কোনো মানে ফাংশনটা তাদের নেই, মুভমেন্টসটা নেই আর কি। ধরো আমরা আমরা গ্রামে গিয়ে মহিলাদের সঙ্গে কাজ করছি বা স্কুলে গিয়ে বাচ্চাদের সঙ্গে কাজ করছি এবং পথ শিশুদের নিয়ে কাজ করছি, হ্যাঁ, সেই
আচ্ছা
জায়গাটা হ্যাঁ।
তপন
হুম।
he can understand Hindi, so you can ask him directly in Hindi. Am I right, Venkatesh?
Yes, yes. I will try to
Yeah,
understand
please,
if I don't
please,
understand.
yeah,
হ্যাঁ,
please. It is better not through not through translation.
तो
Venkatesh.
दादा, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि आप लोग सिर्फ मेन स्ट्रीम थिएटर ही करते हैं मंच पे, और नहीं तो बाहर जाके जो चिल्ड्रन लोग है, बाहर का जो चिल्ड्रन लोग है, स्कूल में स्कूल थिएटर जो होता है वहां पे काम करते हैं कि नहीं? गांव में जाके एकदम रूरल इलाका में जाके महिला लोगों के साथ, महिला का जो प्रॉब्लम है उन लोगों के साथ काम होता है कि नहीं? और जो रास्ते में जो बच्चे लोग भटकता रहता है, बच्चे लोग रहता है, उन लोगों से क्या काम होता है कि नहीं, ये मैं जानना चाहता हूँ दादा।
Okay, so since as I said, I'm basically from an activist organization background, Samudaya. We
Yeah.
have done lot of plays, not just mainstream in a Bangalore city big auditorium. We have went to small local villages of Karnataka and we have performed there. See, there are two things. One is when I was working with Samudaya. Samudaya is since an activist theater group. We used to do a lot of street plays. We would just go out somewhere in the bazaar and we will do a street play. We will go to a school, we will go to a college, we will involve
Yeah.
them, and then we will do a street play. And then we will go to remote place of Karnataka. If any small gathering, we will do a street play. And there are second aspect is when I worked with Rangashankara also when it had the repertory, it had something called Lokasanchara. Lokasanchara is taking these mainstream productions and taking them into smaller auditoriums of Karnataka. So it even when from our company Bangalore Theatre Collective, we have went out of Bangalore and we have worked, we have performed in small villages where there is not really a good infrastructure, where you cannot find light bar, you cannot find lot of light, but with minimum technical infrastructure, open air auditoriums.
Yeah.
Yes, so I've been I can say I'm very lucky to be part of such organizations and such productions where we have gone out and met the people from not just the elite audience of Bangalore, but also the villagers, the school children, the college children, and worked with them, interacted with them. We also had discussions after the play about that. So my experience has been both in terms of working in a place like Rangashankara and also performing outside Bangalore and working with smaller theatre groups or with a place where there is a very, limited infrastructure. So yes, so I hope that answers your question.
Tapun,
दादा वो बहुत ही अच्छा है दादा। और मैं ये बात कहना चाहता हूँ कि दादा मैंने बेंगलोर में गया था। मेरा मित्र जो है पबीर गुहा, पबीर गुहा जो वहाँ का फोर फाउंडेशन का जो ऑफिस है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, आनंद 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 लाल क्या नाम है उसका, आई थिंक आनंद भिलानी, जो उधर का डायरेक्टर है। तो उस टाइम में बेंगलोर में जो बड़ा ऑडिटोरियम है, तो वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने परफॉर्मेंस करने के लिए गया था, एक बार ही गया था दादा वहाँ पे।
अच्छा,
तो सिटी बहुत ही अच्छा है, मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा है वहाँ पे। जहाँ पे परफॉर्मेंस क्या है, जो ऑडिटोरियम है वो बहुत ही बड़ा है, बहुत ही अच्छा है दादा, बहुत ही अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा सिटी है।
Thank you. Was it in Ravindra Kalakshetra?
Yeah. Ravindra Kalakshetra.
Yes. So it's a very good auditorium.
Yeah.
Yes. So, oh, nice, very nice that you came and performed here.
Yeah.
Tapun did lot of things with all our provinces, state, and also in Royal Shakespeare Company. With director Tim Supple, that is the Midsummer Night Dreams, Venkatesji. Venkatesji, one thing, what is the difference between the urban viewers, spectators, the same production with the villagers? Any experience, if you say?
You mean the audience reaction or the?
No, not reaction. Acceptance of the.
Okay.
I'm asking you, that is a pulse of the audience, pulse of the spectator in rural or remote, the farmer, the fisherman, which Tapun trying to ask you.
Okay. Yes.
And also with the children, your any production with children, not children's play like that. So, or children's play or with women, any production or any women. You also did the women's sentiment or homosexuality. But
yes.
What is the any difference between the urban spectator viewers and the Gramin, that is the villagers, the remote village?
Yes.
Yes.
Two things I want to talk about. One is the infrastructure wise. Unfortunately, like lot of other things, theater also, I can say we are very privileged to be working in a place like Bangalore, where we have very nice auditoriums, where we have the latest infrastructure, where we have a beautiful stage, where we have the number of lights, whatever kind of lights we can use, they are available. It is not really the case in rural areas. I think it is the same in all states, not just Karnataka, but in everywhere. The major cities will have all this infrastructure built, but all the rural areas, you will not have good auditoriums. You will not have the sound facility or the light facility in the way you would want it to be. But having said that, we can no way underestimate the audience of outside Bangalore or the people who belong to the rural villages. The very example I can quote is from my Vandu Preetiya Kate, the play about LGBT community. When we did open the show in Bangalore, we were very kind of we were not sure how the audience will take this play. It was well received in Bangalore. We did not have big numbers because a lot of people did not turn up to the turn up to watch the play because we said it is about homosexuality. In a place like Bangalore, people were not really willing to come and watch a play about homosexuality. But
Okay.
then when we took it to outside, we were very surprised. Very surprised. We had the auditorium full, and we had all kinds of people looking, I mean, watching our play and then giving us a standing ovation and appreciating our work. It was in a very rural village in Karnataka. People were so receptive. People were so appreciative of our work. So whatever may be the infrastructure or whatever may be the facility, but the audience, I think they will connect with your play if it has something to offer. And as I said, some of the plays it should have worked better in Bangalore about LGBT community, but actually outside Bangalore it was very well received, very well appreciated. People were so happy to see that work. So it is kind of very strange, but that is also a fact.
Wow. Excellent, excellent experience. Your experience.
Yeah.
So, but we can't believe that in urban culture, homosexuality and others, they have no idea about this, or rather, they are very much with this.
Yes.
But in remote village and the farmers and the other laborers and all the in various professions, they are accepting this play.
Yes.
And they are trying to communicate with this text.
Yes. Yes.
What type of interaction with you people, Venkateshji?
So, I mean, after our show, we usually have kind of a discussion with the audience. So we could see the people, and especially this is about a LGBT community, and also a female is the protagonist, a girl is the protagonist of the play. It was, I think, especially the women audience, they were really moved by this play, and they were very appreciative of the play. And after when we had the discussion, they were actually saying, you know, I think after seeing the play, we feel that, you know, this is something which is normal, which we have to accept it. Then it is a problem in the society. It is not actually a problem. It can be any one of us, and we should be able to accept it. And it was a very good learning experience for us, because it was kind of surprising to hear these things from the remote places or the village audiences.
No objection, no obstruction, no protest.
No, not at all actually. So it was very strange for us. We actually thought some of the places there might be some amount of resistance, because I mean, it is very unfortunate that with so many years of theater history, there has not even or one or two plays, maximum you can find one or two plays which talk about homosexuality. And then ours was the first play to talk about a woman's homosexuality, that is lesbianism. And knowing that also, there were no objections, there were no people who wanted to, stop the production. But the play was so well received that we ourselves we were very surprised yes. I think the important point is, I think that is also the strength of theater, that you take a subject which might be which from the mainstream society or the majoritarian society, you may think that it's a problematic. But if you bring it into your theatrical aesthetic and if you place it well, then it will definitely communicate to the audiences, and then there will be a thought process in them. This, I think if your theater is strong enough, if your I think that is what the power of theater which can do, which I believe in. Because the theater is so powerful, you can make such social context, social issues to communicate to the audience, communicate to the normal people.
Very good. Another query from my part, that is Girish Karnad,
Yes.
the playwright, actor, very good actor, is very popular in Bengal for his all plays and acting, and also in serial and also in cinema also. But sorry, when he uttered some word against Tagore, that is second standard
Yes.
playwright.
Yes, yes.
So, what is your opinion? You did
think-
Gora.
Yes, yes. I did.
এটা তো সলিল্লা, এটা তো তোমার ওকে ব্যক্তিগত প্রশ্ন হয়ে গেল, তাই না? গিরিশ কান্নারের হাই বাটন দেখেছো?
হ্যাঁ, Girish Karnade's
Is he saying?
হাই বাটন
one thing he's saying, that is it the personal question or not? It is for the sake of theater. That
See, one thing is Mr. Karnad statement, I think, is what it was placed out of context. I don't think he really meant that to Mr. Tagore. We know Tagore is such a huge personality of India. We are all very proud of Tagore, and it is only the sensationalism of media which made that one statement, took it out of the context and then placed it somewhere and made a news out of it. I don't think Karnad had anything personally with Tagore, or it was any kind of such remark. I think it was just a misinterpretation.
yes. When I did Jajati for Bohurupi Group, his Jajati, he saw it and was very happy with this production. This Bengali production. The director was Professor Kumar Rai, our
I see.
the great actor, director of Bohurupi.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Kannada is very popular in Bengali theatre, and
Oh, nice.
mainly for his play, all
Yes,
his play. And
Yes.
but sometimes some media did all these things. For that, I ask you directly,
Yes,
because you are from that soil,
Yes,
and
yes.
and he told it in Kannada language, not in English or in Hindi, not in
Yes,
Bengali. So for
Yes,
that,
yes.
my
Yes,
asking
yes.
you.
See, one thing is,
তোমাকে আমি
Mr.
বোঝাতে
Karnad is-
পারলাম যে কেন কথাটা তুললাম?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
Yeah,
So-
please, Venkat, continue.
Yeah. So Mr. Karnad is, one thing is very straightforward. He will
Yeah.
not mince his words. He will not hesitate to say something. But it doesn't mean that he will hurt somebody or he will try to pull somebody's leg. He will not do that. He's very dignified at what he says and what he does and at what he writes. So, as I said earlier, it was just a misinterpretation of what he said, and I don't think he really meant it. And of course, he had lot of respect for our Tagore. So I think it was just some amount of sensational media work which did that. Yes.
Very good. মনোজিৎ, কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে কারোর কাছ থেকে? Any question from any person?
মনোজিৎ,
And তপন? হ্যাঁ,
মনোজিৎ, হ্যালো মনোজিৎ, হ্যালো মনোজিৎ, সলিলদা তুমি একবার এমনি নর্মাল বলে দাও যে আদার্স
হ্যাঁ
যারা রয়েছে अगर
হ্যাঁ
कोई कोई सवाल है कोई
হ্যাঁ
प्रश्न है तो वो लोग कर सकते हैं
হ্যাঁ Venkatesh ji, I'm saying something in Bengali for the Bengali
Sure,
listeners
sure.
and also হ্যাঁ আপনারা যারা শুনছেন আজকের এই সন্ধ্যার এই কর্ণাটক থেকে বেঙ্গালুরুর এই যে ভেঙ্কটেশ প্রসাদ তার বিশাল বিস্তৃত অভিজ্ঞতা বিভিন্ন জনের সঙ্গে এবং তার নিজের কাজকর্ম, তার রাজনৈতিক চেতনা, তার প্রসেস, তার কাজের ধারা, তার অভিনয়ের ধারা এবং এই মানুষদের সঙ্গে মেশা, এমনকি আমি ইচ্ছে করে এই কথাটা তুললাম আমাদের বাংলার একটা সেন্টিমেন্ট রবীন্দ্রনাথকে নিয়ে, সেই সেন্টিমেন্টের কাছে আমরা এমন একজন মানুষের কাছে জানতে চাইছি যে ক্লোজলি গিরিশ কর্নাডকে দেখেছেন, তার কন্নড় যে ভাষার কথা বলা সেটা তিনি জানেন, কেন তিনি ওই ভাষী। এবং আমরা অনেক সময় অনেকগুলো ভাষার পরিবর্তনে অর্থ পাল্টে যায়, সেটাও ঘটনা। আমি সেই জন্যই তপন একটু হেজিটেট করছিল, কিন্তু আমি এটা তুললাম একজন সঞ্চালক হিসেবে যে আমাদের মধ্যে যত স্বচ্ছতা থাকবে, যত প্রশ্নগুলো চাপা না থাকে, সেটাই থিয়েটার। এই যে একটা অদ্ভুত আমার লাগছে যে যেটা অনেক বেশি নগরের, এই যে হোমোসেক্সুয়ালিটি, লেসবিয়ানিজম, এলজিবিটি, এই জিনিসগুলো সেখানে আমরা অনেকেই জানি না যে গ্রামে কিন্তু এটা আকছার হয়। এবং কিন্তু সেই গ্রামে রিমোট ভিলেজে ভেঙ্কটেশ বলছেন যে তার প্রশংসা পাচ্ছে তারা, মানে প্রশংসা এই অর্থে তারা সমস্যাটাকে ডিসকাস করছে, আলোচনা করছে, বুঝতে পারছে, অ্যাকসেপ্ট করছে, রিজেক্ট করছে না অনেক বেশি। এটাই হচ্ছে কি থিয়েটারের পাওয়া। তো আপনারা যারা আজকে শুনছেন, তপন যেমন কিছু প্রশ্ন রাখলো, তেমনি আপনাদের যদি কিছু প্রশ্ন থাকে আপনারা যদি বাংলাতেও বলেন বা হিন্দিতে বা ইংরেজিতে যদি করেন, আমরা ভেঙ্কটেশের কাছে সে কথাগুলো কারণ আমরা প্রায় শেষের দিকে এসেছি, আমরা একটু অন্য দিকে যাব, কিন্তু আপনারা লিখেও জানাতে পারেন বা মুখেও বলতে পারেন। কেউ কি এখন বলবেন নাকি আমি এগিয়ে যাচ্ছি ভেঙ্কটেশের সাথে?
হ্যালো মনোজিৎ
কেউ তো কোনো প্রশ্ন নেই।
আচ্ছা,
হুম
তাহলে আমরা এগোই পরের স্টেপে।
আচ্ছা, ওনাকে একটু একটু আমি একটা প্রশ্ন করছি।
হ্যাঁ করো ভেঙ্কটেশ জি।
নমস্কার।
our Monojit, who is conducting all these things, and he also a theater activist and very sentimental person, emotional. Yeah.
Thank you, Salila. Thank you, Venkatesh Prasad ji. Most of all,
Thank you.
a great welcome to our Kolkata team from Toponda and from us. And
Thank
I
you,
want to
thank you.
know the exact scenario of the Bangalorean theater. Actually, is there any kind of other kinds of theater over there, or only the proscenium theater and the mainstream theater, so-called mainstream theater, whatever we are calling, that is establishment, or the other things are other types of theater, the experimental theater, space theater is also occurring there. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you want to know if there is any other types of theater also in Bangalore, correct?
Traditional theater and space theater.
Yes, yes. There have been many theater groups in Bangalore which have been working with alternate alternate spaces rather than prosceniums. There also have been theater groups which primarily work with stylized productions. There also have been theater groups which are doing a lot of street plays and a lot of working with the community. There are a lot of theater teams which primarily work with the education institutes like the colleges or schools. There are also some theater groups which primarily work with children. So I think you can see all kinds of theater in Bangalore. Fortunately, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Salila, you can continue now.
Yeah, yeah. Please. Now, my very also Tapan can say it is very personal thing. How you means all the theater workers, activists facing the problem of our lockdown time.
Sir, can you repeat the question? What is the question?
Now in Bangalore,
Hmm.
all the theater activists, worker, playwright, actor, director, technicians, mainly the technicians.
Yes.
You are facing any problem in the lockdown time, or no? It no problem. We are very happy. We are very good without any production, stage production. But
No. I don't think anyone will say he or she is happy in this time. Everybody is affected. Lot of, I mean, entire world is affected, and all strata of the society is affected. And similarly, theater is also affected. There are a lot of actors. There are a lot of theater companies. There are all the auditoriums. Everyone is affected. But primarily, I would want to say people who have made theater as a full-time activity, who have taken theater as a full-time profession, I think they are worst affected, because last 4 or 5 months there is no theater activity at all. All we can see is some amount of theater discussions, like online, like a Zoom call or some webinars. But people who have taken theater as full-time profession, they are really affected a lot. It's a very difficult phase. I hope in next 1 or 2 months, at least there will be the easing out of the restrictions, and there will be some activities which will bring back life into our theater. I hope for that, but it's a very big impact on the theater. The primary reason why I'm telling this is, a lot of people who made theater as profession in the last 4-5 years, they are going back to their villages, they are going back to their hometowns, they are trying to find some new jobs to live, to sustain themselves. They are joining some factories, they are joining some other companies, because they have realized that they can no longer depend on theater. Because, of course, when there was no COVID, even before COVID, we were not making money from theater, but we were able to sustain, we were able to somehow manage, but we were very happy doing theater, either doing rehearsal or either doing shows. But what has happened is, in last 5 months, since there is no theater activity at all, so there is lot of pressure on youngsters, because one is they are not able to earn anything. Second thing is, there is also a social peer pressure that, even the parents saying, we told you don't do theater, but you're doing now, why are you doing it? So they have to go and find some other job. So the lot of people who had entered into theater in last few years, I think they are going away from theater. I think this will be a bigger impact on theater in the coming years. I think it will take at least 1 or 2 years for things to get back to normal, I feel.
so, what is the role of government, the state government, central government in Bangalore, in Karnataka, for theater?
Not a great scenario to talk about, because
In Bengal, some donation, some food, personally, few groups, few conscious people, few members, they are helping each other.
yes, like that, there have been many organizations in Bangalore also, which have been doing this COVID relief. They are getting the ration, getting some food kits, and distributing to the actors' families, or the theater practitioners. That work is happening. There is not a big contribution from the government side. Government just did one payoff. They gave 2,000 rupees for people who are in theater,
Per month.
which is not per month. They did only one.
Oh, acha.
2,000 rupees one time is in no way, manageable, and no way sufficient. But apart from that, just today morning, our group, from Samudaya, we went and met Kannada and Culture Department. We gave an appeal asking them to release some more money to the families of the actors, the families of the theatre practitioners, the technicians, at least some amount from the Kannada and Culture Department, because theatre comes under Culture Department. So I think we have requested them, we have appealed to them, please release some funds. Even if the auditoriums open next month in August or September, it will take at least another 4-5 months or 1 year to, for the things to get back to normal. So I think it is the government's job to take care of its citizens, but also take care of the artist community. But unfortunately, the artist community does not matter anything to government, because government does not get any revenue out of it. Government will not do much to handle such issues relating to artists. It's very unfortunate, but I hope things will come back to normal as early as possible.
But do you think if government is allowing you people and open the auditorium and everything, the theater, the programs and others, so people, common people, the theater lovers, they will come. Do you think? Do you believe?
I think, sir, it is a little difficult. I will not say with confidence that if you open the theater, people will come. Like as I said, even if the theater opens next month, it will take at least 6 months or 1 year for the things to get back to normal. So that is what I meant, because the people will not be interested. They may not be very comfortable watching a play again, sitting in a closed environment, because of course people are scared, first thing, because of the COVID. Second thing is, a lot of people have lost jobs, a lot of people have suffered. I don't think they would be ready to invest their time and money on theater. I think it will take at least 6 months to 1 year for such things to happen again, or get back to the normal scenario like how it was before. So it's very unfortunate, but it is a phase which we all have to go through.
But Venkatesh ji, we say that the theater is a reflection of the society.
Yes.
And many times in the civilization, many times we face lot of barrier, lot of problems from every corner, society and others. But still, theater is living. And the folk theater, the traditional theater, they are surviving. They never believe in donation from any NGO or any sarkar, or
Yes,
from
yes.
the from Italy, France, like our Baul or others. So
Yes.
Yakshagana or Tamasa, and they are professional. Not
Yes.
that they are the amateur, they're
Yes.
professional. So
Yes.
if they can survive, why
Yes.
not we?
Hmm.
My humble question to you.
I understand what you're saying. It is we have seen even in Karnataka, the traditional theater, the folk theater, or the company theater, which has survived only on people's money. and not from any government grants. Yes, I think it's a very tricky question. Why we doing modern theater cannot survive? That is, I think, because lot of factors that um, there has been a tradition while watching folk theater, watching a traditional theater. For example, an Yakshagana performance happens throughout the night. They started somewhere in the 9 o'clock in the night and ends it in the morning. Yes, but primarily I think the audience are very well connected to such theater, such traditional theater. Maybe it will take some time for the society to come in terms with the modern theater concepts, and also it also depends on how the government or the state looks at it, and also how the urban audiences, especially this theater, modern theater or whatever theater we are saying now, it's primarily concentrated in the urban scenarios. How would the urban theater audience will take that forward? So traditional theater is there for hundreds of years, and maybe hopefully we will also reach a stage where we can see there are a lot of some theater organizations which are primarily based out of which are primarily they can make a sustainable living through the audience money, but it is very limited. There are not many theater groups which are doing modern theater like a sustainable activities, sustainable theater, where the technicians and the actors or everybody has some amount of money after each show. That is not there yet. Hopefully, in some years or in some decades, we will reach that position.
So, what is your plan? What is your future plan? You will continue your theater, or you will return back to your software engineering and others? Or no, I will continue it. What is your future plan with with your companies? Companies means I am saying all your comrades.
Yes, sir.
So what is your plan?
Yes, definitely I will continue my theater. I've been doing theater for so many years and I've invested so much of time in theater. I don't think it really makes sense for me to go back to any other thing. I don't think I will be accepted also in software anyway, because software every 6 months it keeps changing. So I've left software many years ago. I don't think I will fit there. But having said that, we have some productions which have been planned after the COVID is relaxed, after the COVID comes down. But we will continue to do theater and things will come back to the normal. I think it's a difficult phase where we all have to go through this, but with some more months of persistence, I think we will be able to pass through this phase and we will all do theater again, like how we were doing before. I'm very hopeful of that.
So you believe we shall overcome
Of course,
someday?
theater has overcome lot of such situations in the history. Theater has overcome a lot of diseases. Theater has overcome a lot of wars, the world wars. So after all that, theater has sustained for centuries. So I am sure this is just a break of 5 months or maybe 1 year, but we will survive this. We will come out stronger than before.
So when you will come in our Bengal with your
Yes.
production,
Okay.
any desire?
I hope that happens soon. Whenever that happens, I will be very happy to do that.
Oh, thank you. And also, Tapon will say that thing. And I hope one day Tapon with his group, he will also go to show his production his acting capability and any other
Very
thing.
nice.
And so thank you, Tapon. Any question
yes,
or
it will
anything?
be nice.
Please.
सुनीला,
हाँ.
जो आरेख भाई जी उसको कोई अगर कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, कोई प्रश्न पूछना चाहते हैं तो कर सकते हैं। जो लोग हम लोगों के साथ है, तो लोग अगर कोई सवाल है तो दादा को सवाल पूछ सकते हैं।
আমরা এবার একেবারে শেষ পর্যায়ে এসেছি
হ্যাঁ।
এবং টানা 2 ঘন্টা ওনাকে দিয়ে অনেক
হ্যাঁ।
কথা জেনেছি, বলিয়েছি। কিন্তু আপনাদের কারুর যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে তাহলে যদি প্লিজ করেন, নাহলে আমি এখানে আমরা শেষ করব।
তুমি কি
মনোজিৎ,
শরীরে এই গানটা দিয়ে শেষ করবে? বিশাল আবার কাম, যেহেতু এইভাবে কাজ করছে, ওর একটা জার্নি এবং আমাদের একটা জার্নি, সবটা দুটো জার্নি একসাথে মিলে যাক।
ভেঙ্কটেশ,
Yes, yes.
yeah, Tapon's desire is to please sing a song, We Shall Overcome someday. Please, you
Yes.
start. You start.
No, please don't ask me to sing a song. If he sings, I will join with him.
So Tapon, please, you.
মনোজিৎ, 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 শরীরদা তুমি ধরো না।
Monojit having a connectivity issue, so he could not connect actually.
Okay. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, we do believe we shall overcome someday. In Kannada, what will be? Venkatesh?
Kannada, I don't really.
Very typical question.
In Bengali, আমরা করব জয়, আমরা করব জয়, আমরা করব জয় একদিন। ও मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, we shall overcome someday. Thank you, Venkatesh Prasad.
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू वेंकटेश दा, बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। बेंगलोर बहुत ही अच्छा सिटी है। मैं कोशिश करूंगा फिर एक बार बेंगलोर जाने के लिए, आपके साथ मुलाकात करने के लिए। और बंगाल में आपका दावत है, आप हमारा कलकत्ता में आइए, कलकत्ता में आके हम लोग के साथ 2-4 दिन रहिए। कलकत्ता पूरा घुमाएंगे हम लोग, और हमारा थिएटर भी आपको दिखाएंगे, और कोशिश करेंगे हम लोग आपको कलकत्ता लाने के लिए।
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks
Thank you,
to
sir. Thank
Tapon.
you.
Thanks to Tapon on behalf of Venkatesh.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Good night.
good night.
Good night. Close it.